Let's go. Welcome to Hoop Talks at A. I'm your host Hoops, and this is episode 2 of the review titled "The Bucks are Deers in Championship Headlights." So, the Bucks yesterday they beat the Bulls 105 to 92, right? Thereby clinching the first seed in the East and the overall best team record in the NBA. So that means that they're the best team in the NBA, which means that they should win the title in theory, right? But I feel like this team has a lot of potential in terms of, first of all, having the two-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who potentially three-time, just to add that. And I feel like this team is certainly on a different level. Honestly, what inspired me to do this whole bit, I would say, is like, after the game, they like huddled up in the middle of the court. And I know it's just for show, and like obviously the fans are there and also look good on TV as well. But I don't know if they were praying or just like having a team meeting. But it's kind of like this team knows what's expected of them, and I know that's like the same for everyone. But for the Bucks, I feel a different vibe from them, especially with how the team is constructed and the personalities and also with the talent as well. Obviously, start off with a two-time MVP, Giannis, and potentially three-time Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 31 points, 11 rebounds, and what is it, like 5 assists, which is crazy as a big man. But his energy and his drive, this guy was doing chase down blocks in a potentially meaningless, what is it, like 60, 70, 70th game in the season. There's literally no need to do that. But like the mentality that he has, that I messed up, I have to run back and get the chase down block on flipping Kendrick Nunn. Okay, Kendrick Nunn cut it straight. But no, but you get it, right? That mentality, I feel like, and his just watching his interviews and the mentality that he has in terms of how he's no days off. Every day is working to get better. Every day he's working to improve on mistakes that he has, and that even kill sense that he has, which I feel like led a lot to why they won the championship. So, and I feel like this season especially, the role players. Last season they were caught off guard by Chris Middleton. I feel like you can't prepare to not have Chris Middleton, especially when you're going against teams like Boston and yeah, they lost against Boston. You can't afford to prepare for without him. Flip, mess that up. But speaking about Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez, who I feel have stepped up the most this season. Drew Holiday, let's start with Drew Holiday. Wow. I feel like not I feel like the stats show that he has stepped up. And that fits the eye test in terms of how the scoring load that he's taken over and the way that he's attacked the basket and the way that he's shooting is more aggressive while still playing all NBA defense, first team all defense. Is amazing. And then you have Mr. Brook Lopez, fresh from getting his back blown out, aka back surgery, this offseason, came back on a tear. Honestly, I can't, I don't think it's possible or you can't quantify it, but like the impact that he's having on defense in terms of the shots that he's impacting, that'll be that'll be truly felt, especially this season, as the teams that they're facing in the East, especially, almost all of them are driven by guards who can drive. So I feel like his skill set in terms of being able to block shots and impact shots close to the basket is going to help in that sense. Where a player like Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, these are all players who literally, obviously they have the three, but they all feast in the paint, feast at the rim. So like you have a player like Brook Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo who formed one of, I think, the top five defense in the league. That is absolutely a recipe for success. Plus, it doesn't hurt when he's averaging 15 points and like 6 rebounds. So that's even a plus, right? And Drew Holiday, in terms of how Drew Holiday has attacked the season, he's actually doing much better in terms of being able to orchestrate the offense. So I feel like last season, in terms of not having the feel of ball and playing more off ball as a point guard, leaving Giannis and Chris Middleton to hand the ball. He's coming up and he's doing much more. He's carrying has a much higher load, which has improved the team as much as himself as well. And being an amazing point of attack defender, I feel like as a this is like gold in the NBA. Having a point of attack defender, this is something that every team is looking for. From the first seed to the last seed in every conference, that's what you're looking for. A point of attack defender, someone who can make sure who can anchor your defense from the perimeter. And the fact that he's able to guard 1 through 3 and potentially 4 in some cases is truly amazing because it just helps with switchability and all of that. And come on now, it's an all NBA defense team. So that's why I think they're gonna do amazing. That's why the big reason why I feel like they're going to do an amazing job in the playoffs and get to the finals. Now, the potential X factor slash negative, Chris Middleton. So he played until like the 8th minute, I believe. Coach Bud said that he re-aggravated his knee, which it sucks because I feel like this is like another setback. It's just another setback in his recovery, especially so close to the playoffs. But I feel like he's had a few flashes this game. He has his feet under him, so I feel like they'll be more comfortable bringing him back. And I'm sure hopefully it's just like discomfort, so for a bit of rehab. What else? What's the thing called? Rehab and what do we call it? Massages might help. Yeah. So role players. That's a big reason why I feel I love this team as well. So you have Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, and Javon Carter. And let's say Joe Ingles. Okay, no, in the playoffs, is Joe Ingles playing in the playoffs? I doubt he's playing in the playoffs. Maybe for like 6 minutes at most, 6 minutes. And Wes Matthews is definitely going to play. So far they have an 8-man rotation, but that's definitely going to be cut to at least 6, 7 in the playoffs. Like when it gets like deep in the playoffs. But to definitely get through teams like the 8 seed and I was like you face the 3rd seed as well. I don't know which team. I don't know how the seedings work right now. But in terms of having it quality depth in terms of Bobby Portis, who's averaging career highs. Hey, shout out to him for 6 man of the year. I think he's like averaging like 15 points and 9 rebounds, which is crazy. And amazing quote yesterday where he spoke about the ability to bring energy every night is a skill. And as NBA fans, we do get angry at the load managing and the taking breaks and all of that, right? But I feel like we don't value enough the people who actually show up every day. And I feel like Bobby Portis personifies that energy, that everyday grit and grind, and himself as well. Credit to him as well for that energy, right? And then you have someone like Javon Carter, who's almost like a miniature. He's 6'1", but he's a miniature Drew Holiday on a much lesser level. But still, a miniature Drew Holiday in terms of his energy and his ability to guard 90 feet, which is absolutely vital which is going to be absolutely vital. And I'm thinking more about Boston Celtics. I don't know if you guys, I'm doing that. Like, I've already, like, they're definitely making through that. The Eastern Conference final is going to be Boston versus the Bucks. So I'm thinking he's definitely going to be able to guard potentially, obviously, he's potentially going to guard, what's his name? Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, and like Jaylen Brown. I can see him in that and slowing them down. It's not stopping them, but at least slowing them down at some level, right? So then you have obviously Pat Connaughton, who I feel like is already who's a good 3-point shooter and who has a good understanding of the Bucks system. So I feel like he slots into that whole playoff rotation well, and just generally adds to the size and depth that they have. But if those don't work out, you still have people like Wes Matthews and what's his name, Jay Crowder to come in. So it's like the depth that this team has they're actually very deep. One thing I don't like though is how old they are. Not that age, but age brings experience, right? But at some point when you have the faster, more agile, more speedy guards. Will these guys be able to handle that? I think that's only uh, gripe that I would have so far. But other than that, I think this is an amazing team so far. So can't wait to see the Bucks potentially go to the finals. Hopefully, no. Oh, more fun if there is like and they are like what do you call it, like underdog stories. But I think they're gonna do an amazing job and get to the finals and potentially win their second title in 3 years. So next team, let's go to the Sacramento Kings.